Like they don't even take insurance. Like it says you pay $10. $10, dude. They do like an hour on you. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Holy cow!
Oh yeah, because it's like a chiropractic school. Like like basically it's like student teachers that kind of like do their thing.
Like this.
Somebody supervising them, but it makes me nervous, dude. The last time I went, like they popped my back so hard, and I'm thinking, man, when I was a student teacher, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Like for a second, I'm like, this person is snapping my spine. Like, please get it right, please. And she did it before I was even ready. It's like took my breath away because I guess that's what they teach you, right? Because if they give you like a 3, 2, 1, you're gonna tense up.
Right.
Right.
It's like, okay, just I was like, oh, dude. She's like, why'd you jump? I'm like, because you just snapped my neck. I was like, I'm not trusting you ever again. That's what I told her. I'm scared. I was like, you almost killed me. She's like, do you feel better? I'm like, yes, it feels way better. Because what it was, I got that MacBook and I was working for like 3 days on the couch. Just sitting on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
I guess like my neck was like, kind of like cell phone neck.
Well, plus when you're on the laptop keyboard, I think that you scrunch your shoulders together.
Yeah. Oh my neck hurts so bad. But
because you're doing like a T-Rex thing to keep your hands so close together.
She scared me, dude. We were almost fighting. We were almost popped up. Like, okay, we're going. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
We'll do that again. Let's go. Anyway, hey everybody, it's chiropractic stories. $10. Logan Chiropractic. It is smoking hot down here. I gotta turn on the air. Can't believe because it's only been hot for like 5 hours, but man, it's hot. It's 84.
Okay, so let me just say this, and this is probably me just showing my age a little bit, or just the fact that I know what I know and plug away at that. So there are folks that watch this on the YouTube right now as it is happening.
Right. Alfred, Lisa, James.
I know.
Wait, you did?
Archie.
I didn't know this, but I just honestly have never really thought about it. Like, I don't ever go to YouTube and watch something as it's happening live.
Me neither. I don't ever go to YouTube.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, yes, here we go, Mike. So,
I know.
Okay, then I don't feel bad about this then. Good. Mike and I
are
on
on Facebook too, though, for all the elderly folks. I mean, we got all demographics, the young and the old. The young's a YouTube, the old's Facebook.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I mean, you get an alert though. I think if you're subscribed, good tip. If you're subscribed, it says the Be Our Guest podcast.
The YouTube, yes. YouTube.
YouTube. Yes.
The YouTube. Hannah literally had a piano teacher that called it the face tube. So we say that all the time at my house when we're talking about social media. I'm like, did you put that on the face tube?
That's awesome. No, yeah, I guess people do. Yes, watch. That's so funny. I'm glad they do though. It's awesome. I would get a kick out of it. So, let's see. Alfred says he watches live on Facebook and on YouTube when he can't. So there you go. We hit both.
There you go. I like it.
Yes, thanks, Amy. We are. I need to get a message in for Jeff. I've been meaning to do that. This week is crazy because 3 days. I got to record 6 podcasts in 3 days, and then I get to have a week off. I want you to know, dude, I'll just like podcast. Like when I have my week off of podcasting, I just go up to people and be like, so let's talk about the crew you travel with. Me down there and where'd you say? Okay, what was your favorite restaurant? People are like, back off, dude. Are you a podcaster?
Oh my God.
Do you want to go to Paradiso 37 with me?
Right.
Dude, I'm crazy pumped to go there. I think it's Sunday.
I love it.
So what are you going to order? Have you looked at the menu already?
No, because I'm guessing they have fajitas. Here's the rule, right? If I go to a place and Pam's in the mood for fajitas, we always get fajitas, which I don't complain because I love fajitas. But like if she's not in the mood for fajitas, then I get to order whatever I want. So I'm like free. So I can't even get excited because if she wants fajitas, I'm done. Like, and so and she's pretty conservative in her food choices. So,
but you're gonna get guac.
Oh, dude, do they have tableside guac?
I can't. It's literally a while since I've been there. We're gonna go again soon too. So I'm looking forward to the experience. I think my husband's probably looking forward to the tequila.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Yes. Because I haven't even had from that day I celebrated last week. I haven't had anything, so I'm having at least a.
Yeah, Mike had a good day.
I did. Was that a record-breaking day?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, baby. What?
Yes, it was. Mike had a record-breaking day for sure.
Oh,
So he had a really good day. It's just nice that travel is back and we're back to doing the things that we do. That's
That
literally the
uh-huh.
best feeling in the world. So I'm looking, Mike, just to see what they have. Oh, they have some queso dip.
Oh, dude, bring it.
And they have a guacamole dip. Oh, they have a dipping trio. That's always the winner.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
Also, was it the third?
It is guacamole, salsa, and cheese queso.
Oh, dude, just pour it down my face.
So that is always the correct choice. If there's a 3-dip trio that involves guac and queso, that's always the right one.
Imagine that in tequila, or margarita with like fajitas. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is gonna be my joint. Like this is it.
Yeah, they have some good look. They have some good stuff. I'm just looking right now.
It's gonna be the hardest thing.
They have an Argentinian skirt steak, which I bet is really good.
Oh.
They have a Colombian burger, which has queso blanca on it, as well as pineapple.
Oh, that would be so good. I love pineapple on stuff.
Yeah,
Remember they had pineapple on the steak over at Kona?
They used to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was so good. That was
It was
awesome.
amazing.
The rice. Oh man, that was like
fish tacos. I'm a sucker for a good fish taco.
I don't think I've ever had a fish taco.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, okay, you're going to be able to find some things here.
Yeah, we gotta stop because seriously, I'm like
salivating.
So hungry right now too. Okay, here we go. Let's. We're talking about Paradiso 37, the new hotness at Disney Springs. I'm bringing.
It's not new.
I am. No, it's been there forever. But I am going to go in and talk to the manager. I'm going to make. My goal is by 2022, I'm gonna make this the hardest ADR to get at Disney Springs.
Well, it should, because first of all, it has a beautiful outdoor seating area right there.
Yes.
Another thing that makes that restaurant fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah. And I hope. Seriously, I hope they sell shirts because I am totally gonna get a shirt.
Tell them I'm coming in the next week, so we'll get this going.
I'm telling you, man. I take these little hidden gems and ride them. That's what I'm gonna do.
If we send it out as a tip to all of our guests, I think they'll be on their way.
Tip keeps sneaking out of me again at random times. That's a stupid Halloween party tip. I'm getting everybody in the world excited. People are buying costumes. I'm like, no, don't go to the spirit store.
Don't go
it was an accident.
Oh
Just send me the credit card information immediately. I'm like, whoa, there's no party yet. Hang tight. We'll do it. Like they were in. Like they were just ready. I said, boo to you. Sorry. All right, let's do questions. We got that one there. Okay, we got some questions in the chat. Thank you so much. And if you have any other questions, put them in the chat and we will get to those. Oh, I need to turn off the TV.
Did you say you need to turn off the heat?
The TV.
Oh, TV.
MLB Network on behind me. You probably couldn't hear though, because this is a dynamic mic, so you only hear like this. Okay.
Yes, puppy.
Get that dang dog away.
Hopefully she doesn't. Hey, if she's here, she's not barking.
Yeah, well, don't have her bark. It just bugs me.
I know. I don't want her to bark. So if she stays here, she's not going to bark. Just saying.
See, this is the story right here. Alan, been meaning to try that place. Walked by there numerous. I've walked past that place probably 50 times in my life and never gone in. I've always been like, this time it is happening.
I
Anyway,
ate there once with Brian. It's been a while.
I can't wait. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go.
Welcome to episode 1891 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope the week is going well. So glad that you are here for, of course, listener questions on a Wednesday. And you know I'm excited because I am 24 hours until wheels up to the Summit Cheerleading Championships. Yes, if you follow my Twitter, you saw that we're ready to do the perfect cheer like I'm doing right here on the video. But yeah, excited to get down to Walt Disney World, have some fun. We're staying at Disney Springs at the Hilton there for a few nights, and then we're going to switch over to Coronado Springs. I'm telling you, I'm going to be all over Disney Springs this weekend, and I'm not breaking news. I'm not in the competition. I don't have to go to practice. I don't have to go to team bonding. I don't have to do all these extra things the cheerleaders do. Because when you boil it down to it, if you're a cheer dad, it comes down to 2 times 3 minutes each. And like you just hold your breath the whole time because like you just don't want your kid to be the one that trips or something, you know, like it's a nightmare to watch. Like it's not fun to watch these things. It's totally stressful, but I'm not on the team. So you know what? I might have to sneak into a park. Who knows? So follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter at @BRGuestMike. I'll be posting a lot of stuff, but let's get to the questions. Joining us today from themouseforless.com, we have Ricky. Ricky, how's it going?
It is going fantastic. So this weekend we did something that I haven't done in over a year. I went to the movies. So I was so excited. Actually went to a theater, sat there, ate popcorn, had a fantastic time, and I saw a fantastic movie, which I know I'm really behind on seeing. So we saw Raya and the Last Dragon, which is, of course, the latest Disney film, but latest by, like, it's been out for a while. But I wanted to actually see it in the theaters, so this was my first real opportunity to get the chance to do that. So really, really good film, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it, because, you know, it's you have to pay for it on Disney Plus right now still. So if you haven't seen it yet, though, it's really good. I did not know what it was about at all going into it. Like, I had zero understanding of what this film was about. So good. So if you haven't seen Raya and the Dragon, I absolutely suggest seeing it. So
Last movie I saw at the movies was the last Star Wars.
So the one I saw before that was actually Onward. So I did like a Disney sandwich.
How crowded was it in the theater?
Not bad. There were about 4 families or so that were there, and I mean, they had us all spaced out, you know, so it wasn't like we were like right on top of each other or anything. But yeah, it was a great experience. It was nice to be back to something normal. You know what I'm saying? Like in a theater, seeing a movie. Just that part was just so nice to be back to. So
Saturday night we went to Ricky, you know where I live there on 94. There's a place right across the street. It's got 2 men in a truck behind it, like a movers.
Yes.
But they made an Italian restaurant like in the front, and we've always thought it's been there since we moved here, but it closed obviously because of COVID. We went out to dinner there. It's fancy on the inside. Like it's like 0.4 miles from our door because it's right across the street, right across the highway from where we live. We went there for the first time. Like, do you have reservations? I'm like, reservations? Shoot, this place is fancy. They're like, well, we have 2 spots at the bar. So we sat at the bar, like, you know, talked to the bartender, talked to the other people at the bar, had this pizza. It's an Italian joint. It was almost like being at Via Napoli. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And they had but it was like the old days, right? Everybody was just having a good old time. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's good. It's nice to be back to like almost getting to real life. You know what I'm saying? Like that part was just awesome. So
and she said she'd make me a quattro formaggi next time I come in the bar because the bartender owned the place. So,
awesome.
All right, talking pizza. Let's talk to Pam Forrester, co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Let me ask you this. What's your favorite kind of pie?
Oh man. So that's funny because pizza I think is the universal food, right? There's hardly a pizza that you like thick crust, thin crust, whatever. I like them both, but I really like a white pizza, a pizza that sort of doesn't have like I like traditional tomato sauce fine, but there's something about a white pizza and I like fresh tomatoes on it and basil if possible. There's just something about that style of pizza. But I mean, pizza's good. Almost every kind of pizza is good. Have you ever had a pizza like you really didn't like? I think is the better question.
Yes, but
no, I mean, I like Little Caesars. I even like Cecil Whitaker's here in St. Louis.
No, I'm out on Domino's. Not a Domino's fan. No, we actually had it. So it got delivered we had a work lunch on Friday, and they got us Domino's, and I was like, oh. It wasn't very good. I was just disappointed. Like I was like, "Oh, this is not very good pizza."
Yeah, I don't know that I've really even had Domino's to tell you the truth.
Their crust is fine. The rest of their pizza is not good. I was like, "Oh, this is disappointing." So
you guys are making me starving. So let's jump into the first.
Okay,
let's do it.
We have questions, and hopefully we have answers. So Rachel has a question. She has 2. She says, "Hey BOGP crew, 2 questions for this Wednesday. 1, I've been catching up on episodes. I recently listened to the tips for the ultimate pool day. I looked on the Walt Disney World website for more information on cabana rentals. All 3 locations say reservations are only allowed for hotel resort guests. Did your episode spur so much interest that they had to change the booking criteria? And I'm not saying that we did, but this did change after that.
Really?
Absolutely. It was worded where you did not have to be, and it is now changed on the website. And it was after our podcast. Demand, obviously, it was spring, right? This was coming more popular to book these things, but it happened. We were right when we said that, but it did change on the website. So you do have to be a guest now.
Interesting.
Which made more sense to me, right? I mean, if
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
Floridian, I don't want people coming over, I'm paying all that money to stay at the Grand. Like, let me rent the
Right.
cabana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
anyway, second question. Has anyone heard when parking trams will resume in the reopening schedule? It is my favorite ride. No, I'm just saying, I'm just kidding. Does anyone know if the construction at the TTC has been completed so the trams can drop off at the normal place? Thanks, Rachel. Ricky, you know anything about that TTC construction?
No. I think the construction's still going on, but they're definitely not. They're not doing trams yet. So I think trams will be a while still. So we'll see.
Trams are kind of fun. I bet you kids
They
like
are fun, but it's hard to social distance on those. So
you're in a row with all your people you like, right?
yeah, but there are people right behind you.
That's true.
So
yeah, I haven't ridden a tram in a while because I usually ride this.
like they're right.
How about this one? I like this one. Diane asks in the live chat, can you please explain to me the meaning and origin of Dapper Day? Does this happen often? I missed the memo on Saturday and felt very underdressed at the match. So Diane was not dapper, apparently. Diane, you were just comfortably fine. That's exactly, because you know what? If I'm there on Dapper Day, guess what? I'm dressing like a theme park tourist. I couldn't take. So Pam, obviously we saw this all over social media, people, Dapper Day, dressed up, it's kind of like back in the old days, like people dressed up to go to ball games, suit and tie and go to the Cardinals game. So just give your thoughts on Dapper Day, because it did happen Saturday.
So on Dapper Day, they dress dapper, as the term would be. It literally is what it says. Think about the Dapper Dans and all of that. They're really so many people are dressing like in period clothing, but it has really taken on a life of its own, because it's more than just period clothing. There are a lot of like cosplay type costumes where people are sort of dressing like a character, not in the character itself, but let's say you're dressing as Belle. You may see people in like a yellow dress or a yellow shirt and whatnot, or you're dressing like Winnie the Pooh and you have a yellow shirt on with a red bottom. Like it becomes so much more than that. People are dressing like characters. And I think some of the really cool options that you've seen people do is the obscure characters. It's like you're looking at them and you're like, I know that character, I'm not quite sure. Or the people who are super creative and dress like as an attraction. Their costume is inspired by an attraction at Walt Disney World or by a show or something to do with Disney. I think that that's the part that's really cool about it. And some people are uber creative in this space, just really do such a fantastic job. There are other people when I'm checking out their costumes and I'm like, how are you walking around in this?
Oh, I know those heels
exactly
that women are wearing.
Here's the thing. This is a totally social media created day.
For sure.
Because what's the point? Like, I don't even want to wear like a suit to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely don't want to wear one to, 90 degrees and, 90% humidity, a chance of thunderstorms, to walk 18 miles in a day. There's like 18 reasons I wouldn't do that. But, like without social media, what would be the point anyway? Like, at least you're going to take some pictures.
This is true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just the way it's so funny, because for years, like leading up to before social media was a big thing, like if you would go to some of these conventions, like the Harry Potter convention, or there were different Marvel conventions or other that were sort of like comic book inspired conventions that really had a following with those groups of people. They really did do this before. They dressed up as the characters or as something inspired by that. And I've really seen that sort of move toward that space here with Disney. I just can't believe the creativity that sort of comes out of people. Like there are women that have like shoes, little purse, and some of these things they make themselves, hats, everything that looks just like it. It's really, really a cool thing.
It is.
I always tell my wife, like, I wish I had enough time to do stuff like that. I can't I'm like look that stuff up online. That, you know, shoot, to create that stuff is unbelievably amazing. Like it has to take just weeks to make some of those costumes.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I just want to give a sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just want to give a little background on Dapper Day for those who don't know. So Dapper Day was started, actually, they have a website. It's dapperday.com.
No way.
Yeah, I know, it's a legit thing. They've actually
they announce it.
They've been doing it for 10 years. So that's crazy awesome. And basically the whole point is to, you know, Dapper Day celebrates fun, refined style from yesterday and today. You're supposed to join their elegant outings in vintage looks and contemporary classics to step out in style. Now, this actually occurs, there's events in the spring and events in the fall. So they have it listed out on their website of when those dates are. And actually, I put them on the Mouse for Less too in our annual events thing, just so people kind of keep updated on it. But they also have it in Disneyland. Now, obviously not right now, but you know, usually. And then
the first day back. I mean, if you're gonna go back,
right? Exactly. Go all out, right? Yeah. And then they have another version in Walt Disney World. Now, obviously, you caught the Walt Disney World version, so hooray for you. They also, like I said, have it in the fall. At Walt Disney World, it will be November 20th and the 21st. So just kind of keep that in mind. And they also do it at Disneyland Paris, too. So they have like outing, you know, this outing, you know, in 3 different parks, which is kind of a cool thing. So, like I said, if you want to learn more, it's dapperday.com is their website. And yeah, it's just, I think it's a really cool thing that they do. It's totally social media driven. And it's a unique thing to get people to dress up and look unique and go to the parks like they would have in the 1950s and 60s, which is kind of where they got their inspiration from in the first place.
It takes a certain kind of person, right? And I mean, that's not saying a bad thing. It's just you have to be, you know, I'm just not that oh no, I'm comfort over looks. I mean, if you've seen me, I mean, look at me right now. Like I have on this shirt, I got it Epcot. I love it. Like I love this shirt, but it's a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. You know, like I mean, I quit teaching because now I can wear shorts. That's
there you go.
Profession change because I can wear shorts, and I'm not
right. There's another website too. I wanted to tout to that cosplay.com.
Oh yeah,
actually has all, not just the Disney ones, but other things. You'll find all kinds of things like that. But it's really interesting to watch them because they're so, I mean, of course we're in the Disney bubble. So we think of that in terms of like the Disney characters. If you look on there, you will find so many other things as well that people dress up like. And I think it's really interesting that this is what, you know, this is what makes the internet so awesome is that it used to be that like these people never met each other. They had this passion for something and had no one to talk to about it. And now they just have so many things. So it's really, really cool. But yes, lots of good stuff there.
I'm cosplaying Captain Stubing.
Yes, we can see that. Yeah.
Okay. Julian Dorsey's got a question here on YouTube. She says, we are getting ready for the 50th anniversary and we have our reservation for the Magic Kingdom on October 1st, 2021. What would be your optimal way to spend October 1st at the Magic Kingdom? Rides, snacks, souvenirs? Thanks. Okay, so I'll pass off to you guys, but I would say priority first. This is number one. I would say, are you there to get souvenirs, you know, keepsakes, mementos? That would be because that's going to be what most people are going to be going after. That's a limited quantity, right?
Yeah.
And then go from there. We've talked about this before. I might go for like stuff that was there on opening day just because it's a special day and, you know, whatever. But that's what I would do. So Ricky, thoughts on October 1st?
Well, I would do the same thing. So actually, that's kind of, I think, what we did on the 40th. We did just a lot of the attractions that were there, you know, opening day. And that's probably going to be my plan for this year, too, is just to, I mean, obviously, I'll hit up other things, too, but, you know, really focus on experiencing the attractions that were there on opening day. I'm not so much into like special merchandise, so you won't see me waiting in line for, you know, the limited edition pin or shirt or, you know, whatever they're going to have, because I can guarantee you they're going to have lots of limited edition stuff for for the 50th on the 1st. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just there to be there in the park that started it all, you know? So that's my goal, is just to actually be there. And yes, if they have a special ceremony, which who knows this year if they will or not because of COVID. I mean, they did it for the 40th, but again,
that was so packed in.
It was so packed, which is why I'm sure they will not be doing it this year for the 50th, which makes me sad, but also means I don't have to get there at super early crack of dawn to make sure that I'm in the park on time.
We literally on the 40th, we waited. Okay, so as you're looking at the stage, we watch like the presentation from basically like over where you go into Liberty Square ish, like that.
Yeah, over in that direction. Yeah.
So I literally could have crowd surfed probably all the way to the queue to Space Mountain. I mean,
you're not
wrong. It was crazy.
You're not wrong. No, this is true. Yeah.
Yes.
Pam, any other thoughts for folks going on October 1st?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm not really typically a limited merchandise person either. I just, there is something about Walt Disney World opening that is very close to my heart. And just that even though I went to both parks as a kid, we went to Walt Disney World a lot more than we went to Disneyland. So I just feel like a kinship with that park. I am absolutely going to be trying to ride our classics, our favorites. There that day, and I think that's how I'd like to spend the day. Hopefully they'll be able to have some kind of special things going on, or
maybe a special cavalcade.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be really awesome to have like a special cavalcade.
It would be
like a toad car down, Main Street.
Oh yeah. I know. What if you were able to mobile order special merchandise instead of having to
mobile order merch? Although we know how well that goes with Shop Disney, and it does not go well. So I can guarantee it wouldn't go well.
I know, but they let people order. Yeah, I know. So, but you would have to be there in the park, so you would be limiting your
pool
would be a
good
people.
Idea.
You know what I mean? To do that. Yes. I don't know. That would be my suggestion.
I like that idea.
I know, right? Merch. I hope that someone's listening. So
what if they brought back, and I know parades are kind of far off, but I did see something this past weekend where they were installing lights. It kind of looked like they were to illuminate like a street, like a parade route, but who knows? But in the Run Disney races, they always have like the old like attraction vehicles, like a toad car, like a
right.
Put those in the park for photo ops.
Or just make them like a parade and just like a little mini cavalcade.
That would
and
be
you
cool.
Just you put them on like a flatbed and you just drag them around. Like
that would be cool too.
Like the Spectre. Yeah. You gotta be some Spectre Magic like prop.
They got rid of all the Spectre Magic stuff. It's in a dumpster.
You can't tell me they got rid of everything.
It's in a dumpster, Mike Rolvin. It's in a dumpster.
Have you seen my shed? Not the trumpets. Just kidding. All right. Alfred's got a question. Not sure if you can answer this, but is there a library that gives the history of Walt Disneyland in the world? So I don't know if there's necessarily a library, but there are lots and lots of good books kind of on each one of these topics that I would just go on the internet and just Google it and see what you can find as far as books. I mean, Ricky, is there like one specific place you could go to kind of find all this Disney history? Speaking of the 50th.
I mean, besides going to, doing like the backstage magic, or backstage magic at Disneyland, or that Adventures by Disney tour, like where you get to actually go into like Imagineering. That's the only thing I could think of that would be like the best.
The archive.
So you can go to the archives. Yeah, that's the library is the archives. Yeah. And the only way to do that is through that tour, I think. So and it's not like you get to like explore the library at that point, the archives. You don't get to go through things. So as far as books and like actual books and stuff like that, Amazon is your friend. Just Google Disney books.
There are so many, and they've done such a great job. And Dave Smith over the years has been such a good historian for just the Disney company in general. His wealth of knowledge is incredible. So anyways, there are books that he's been involved in, but yeah, there's so many great books about it, and it is fascinating. There's different aspects. You could go down a rabbit hole and not ever stop, really and truly. So that's the good thing.
All right. Amy from the Run, Eat, Drink podcast is asking, and she says she always chooses let's say that again. She always chooses Soarin' over Test Track. She's never done Test Track. Now, Amy,
what?
Never.
Are we crazy not to do it? Here's the thing. I know some people are scared of certain attractions, right? But I drive it. So today it was 84 as we're recording this podcast. tops down, doors off of the Jeep, man. It is awesome. I went 77 miles an hour down to pick up Mallory from school because it's right on the highway. I probably shouldn't have said that.
I was going to say, Mike, you definitely went well over the speed limit.
I was still on hold with Adventures by Disney at the same time, like in my AirPods. So I was like, please answer. But I was running late. Anyway, Test Track only goes 63. It's not that scary. It's like going slowly down the interstate in a convertible. It's fun though, because you get to go through the track and see all the cool stuff. It's like being on Tron, kind of. I would, yes, do it. Yes.
That may be the reason why they've never done it, is because it's so, quote, pedestrian in that regard. Like,
I don't know about that. It's the fastest attraction at Walt Disney.
I mean, that's true, but like it's like riding in a car, in a convertible. So like it's something that people could easily, I use that in quotes, do, but you can't do it in a bank turn like that. So
sure, yeah, and it feels like you're way faster.
It does. I mean, I say do it. Don't skip it. I mean, go ride it. It's fun. Great. It's fun. So
how about this one, Pam? Craig's asking, any guesses as to when tours might come back? He wants to go on a tour, and I'm with him. I love tours.
I know, I agree. And I hope we see them sooner than later, because it would be, it's a smaller group of people. And, we have heard, I mean, you've heard about sometimes some schools, across the country are thinking about removing the masks. I've heard reports of that, especially young kids. So we'll see what's happening. I mean, we keep moving towards this, this line that we have drawn. And when we get there, it will be interesting to see what happens. So, and it will be interesting to see how quickly Disney responds to that too. So,
yep. All right. Kristen's got a question from YouTube. Hey, Mike, Pam, and Ricky, I'm headed down to Walt Disney World in late June. What's the best quick service restaurant to try at Hollywood Studios? And are there any we should avoid? Thanks. It is Primo Piatto at the Riviera. It is. I always go to Backlot Express because I'm lazy, but there's not a lot of quick service choices. I don't know, Ricky, if somebody had to tell you where to eat, quick service at the studios, what are you doing? I go to Primo Piatto. I'm not kidding either.
You have a good choice there in Primo Piatta. I am actually, okay. Hollywood Studios does not have my favorite quick service food. I would much rather just go ahead and do a table service meal at Hollywood Studios. Like I'll just schedule, I'll find something that's available table service. But if I am going to choose a quick service meal at Hollywood Studios, I tend to go for, Woody's. Sorry.
Woody's lunchbox because of the nachos. I'm helping Ricky out, but here's the deal. I'll jump in. I always go to Backlot Express because I'm lazy, and because Backlot Express has tons of tables. It's quick to get your food. What about you, fam? While Ricky's getting it back together here, because there's just not a lot of options there.
There aren't. So I'm going to give you a couple, though. First of all, Docking Bay 7 is the correct answer to this question.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That is, it does. And there's some good choices there. We've had just about everything there. Well, we have tried everything there over, our multiple trips. And really, it is good. There's some good options there. I agree, though. Hollywood Studios just does not have my favorite. The other thing you're going to want to do is check and see which one of the restaurants. Sometimes they offer like limited time options, and you need to look at those menus. Now, we've talked about this a few times, but on the app, the menus are being kept very up to date right now. So make sure that you check before you write off all the other ones. And of course, I have to give the other correct choice of this, and that is Baseline Tap House. Well,
correct. That was going to be my other option.
Right.
Yes.
They don't have food though, do they? I mean, they have
food. They have a pretzel. They have a charcuterie plate.
They have bell.
Yeah. They have this like steak and a puff pastry kind of thing. So yes, they do have food, and that's plenty enough food.
I'm with Pam. That was going to be my other choice besides Woody's before I started dying. So, that's good.
And they have spiced almonds too.
That's true.
Yeah, I want meat. I want meat.
Well, then you can get the coffee rubbed ribeye and a puff.
Exactly. I disagree with Docking Bay 7, which I know that a lot of people like it. I think that their food is not good and overpriced, but that's just me. So, I would much rather go to Woody's and get some tacos, or they have a really awesome grilled cheese, which is what I was also going to say. Grilled cheese. Yes.
So If you grilled cheese does sound good though.
Yeah.
So,
You're hungry though, so it all sounds good.
You're always hungry. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so David's got a question. Speaking of, does Baseline Tap House take resis? If not, any strats to get in? Look at this. Resis and strats. I feel
Right?
like me too right now reading this comment. Pam, what about that? That's your joint.
They do not take reservations. It really is just sort of like a lounge. And I would go on off times for sure. It's like dinner, I don't have as much problem as getting in as you do like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Lunchtime is prime time. There has actually been a wait when we have gone lately around that time. And I want to roll up and be like, I was eating here long before all these other people. They didn't even know about this. Not that I was in the know, but just that we've wandered upon it so many times. No, I'm so glad that
VIP list. Can I join the VIP list?
I'm so glad that people enjoy it and have found out about it. And I hope that this inspires Disney to make more places like that, because I think we could use at least another one in each one of the parks.
Absolutely.
Totally.
It's like jazz cover music there. Like, because
yes.
I know that song, but it's like a music version of that song. So you're just like, that's what Scott and I did last time we were there waiting for our Rise. I think that's what it is. Basically, it's like the Rise holding pin where you can drink alcohol, like as you're waiting to go into Galaxy's Edge, what it's turned into.
That's true.
But so we were playing Name That Tune. So we were waiting, like, I know that song, but it's such a weird version of it. You know, it's so
it
crazy.
is. There's actually on Spotify, there is a playlist. If you look for it, you can find it. And then Spotify does a great job of suggesting other songs. Yeah. So check it out on Spotify. But yeah.
Ooh, I need to find the Spotify list.
So good.
For the win. Just saying. Love some Chuck Mangione. All right. Missy Johnson has a question. Looking at Topolino's for breakfast before heading to Hollywood Studios. Thoughts? For some reason, I remember Pam saying, do breakfast there, not dinner. Pam.
I'm not, so I don't want to say that dinner there is not good. It is good.
Me not to do dinner because I'm getting there like at 8:00 at night and I eat at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Crap.
Mike had special circumstances.
Right.
And I just know Mike. I knew how he would feel. I know how he gets when he's tired and hungry. And this was not the spot for Mike at that point in time.
It was not.
So, but breakfast is really great. I honestly think the Topolino's right now has the best character experience for breakfast going, and I think the food itself is really good too. I understand why people like Chef Mickey's and some of the other locations where you can see characters, but Topolino's has some really good options. Look at them. The quiche is great. The waffles are good. They just have good choices for food, and the character interaction there is really good. The characters do this dance, they have music playing, they're interacting as best as they can, and it's just a great location. It's on top of the Riviera. You can go out, make sure you do this, go outside and visit that outdoor space too. It's so pretty. You're looking out over the skyliner, you're looking over to Caribbean Beach. It's worth checking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Daniel's got a question in the inbox. He says, hey, BOGP crew, we're headed down to Walt Disney World on May 27th through June 1st, and we'll be doing a split stay. Our time will be divided between Pop Century, May 27th to May 31st, in a preferred room, and the Riviera Resort, or the Riv, as we like to call it, May 31st through June 1st, in a deluxe studio with a preferred view. Our question regards requesting a room at Pop. We would like to get a little closer to the lobby area to get Ubers and lifts. It could be the combo, though. If they ever merge, that's their name.
Ubers.
That's it. I've got it. I'm going to go get the website after the show.
Horrible turn.
That's crazy. But we also don't want to be too far away from the Skyliner station, and we don't want to get stuck in a room that has a massive sign out front. With a preferred room, what building and floor combo do you think would make the most sense for us? Thanks for all the help. We listen to every podcast episode. Thanks a lot, Daniel. Okay, so here's the deal, because I get this question a lot from my guests at Pop Century, and I have to be honest. I mean, I hope my guests love my, like that I am honest with everything that they ask. It's physically impossible to be very close to the food court and very close to the Skyliner because they're in two opposite directions. Like, you got to make a call. Like, which one are you going to use more? Like, which one is more important to you is what I always say. And again, my best advice for this isn't, because we're talking Pop Century. So my best advice and what I figured out, because a lot of my guests come back and say, oh, we got a really good room. And so I tell the cast member, and again, requests are not guaranteed, but Disney does a pretty good job. They try, and it's better than normal. I think they do a good job. But I tell them what they're looking for. So if you want to be next to the skyliner and possibly be looking at Hourglass Lake, that's exactly what I say. I don't say, building 6, floor 2, room 2832. Like that's just it's so limiting for the person who's assigning the rooms that if you give them just what you're looking for, it gives them the opportunity to honor that request in a creative way. Like let them do their job and hopefully get you something that works. And it opens up a whole lot more options. I don't know, Pam, you've been doing this obviously way longer than I have, but that's what I found works best for me.
It's the best strategy. And so, on your room reservation, when you have a reservation, let your agent know like the top 2 things that you would like to see in order of importance, because then we can let Disney know and have them put on the reservation. Okay, what's really important to them is that they overlook the pool, or they want to be as close to the skyliner as possible. If that's your number 1 preference, let's put that first. And then anything after that. And I would not put more than 3, really and truly. Yeah. 2's better. 1's the best. So it just really is. And Mike's absolutely right. It does give Disney a creative way of sort of honoring that request. Now, if you are still happen to be a person that checks in at the desk, and you don't have to now with online check-in, you can do that, but you can always reiterate your request again if you're standing there in front of a cast member, and make sure that's noted there. But yeah, put what's important to you, not a specific room or building, and Disney will do their best.
And here's what I do. Honestly, I do the online check-in. So when I get to Magical Express, or, whenever I get my room assignment on the text, I just pull up a map of that resort and check out where the room is. Right. And if I'm happy with it, great. They got what in the ballpark of what I was looking for. I'm good. I go to the room. I'm fine. But if I see that, it's like the opposite of what I was hoping for, when I get back to the hotel, because I'm at a theme park or I'm on Magical Express still, I swing by the front desk and I just really kindly go up to them and say, you know what? This is where my room is and I'm fine with that. But, I was really kind of looking forward to having this, I kind of got a sore ankle this week, and again, you gotta be happy with what you book. Now, see, Daniel's in a preferred room, so he's already in a sweet spot, right? He's going to be close to the skyliner, and because he booked that room category. Now, if I book a standard view, I can't go asking for the best view in the hotel because my ankle hurts, right? Because that's not what I paid for. So you got to remember, and I mean, everybody does, right? But I mean, I will ask for, if I'm not happy with my room assignment, I'm aware of what what my limitations are on my category, but I can, it doesn't hurt to ask, the least I can say is, well, we don't have any availability in that kind of room, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Oh, and Joe, I love Joe. He's down in Atlanta. We were talking on the live show about how hard it is to get a rental car right now. It's
yes,
super expensive.
Sure.
And I heard this on the podcast yesterday too. Hawaii, because again, think about it, it's the islands, right? Georgie's are renting out his car. I'm just saying, like, if he has extra cars, dude, he needs to get those things.
I've heard that people are doing that too.
People are renting U-Haul trucks.
Yes, I've heard that too today on the news. Yes, it's crazy. But
my tie to that story, right? I've told you this, right? Didn't I tell you this story? So when we went to our honeymoon, I was scared to fly, but I was trying to be a tough guy because I was trying to impress Pam on our honeymoon. Flew to Miami. We did a cruise out of Miami for 7 nights. So the whole time I was on the cruise, I didn't tell Pam, but I was like, I am not flying back. I'm not getting on another airplane. I'm not doing, but I didn't tell her till the very last night of the cruise. We're packing up the room. Like, Pam, can't do it. I'm not getting on a plane tomorrow morning. We're going to drive home. She's like, what? So anyway, we're at Miami International.
I mean, like, you're driving home. I am flying.
It's super hard to rent a car when they ask, okay, where do you want to return it? You're going to return it in Orlando. You're going to return it in Fort Lauderdale, 30 miles down the road. St. Louis. Where? St. Louis, Missouri? Yes. And okay, so I couldn't find a rental car and I was not getting on a plane, so I didn't get stuck. Dude, I was looking at U-Hauls, but then I finally found Hertz and they gave me, I paid a fortune.
I'm sure you did, yeah.
I was sitting it on the airplane. So there you go.
Travel is back, my friend.
It is. And so the problem is that a lot of the car rental places, when COVID hit, they sold a lot of their cars.
Yeah, they did.
They sold their fleets. So, and then, there's a shortage of new cars being made right now, so it's really hard for them to get cars back. So that's the problem, and why so many of these rental car places are having difficulty in keeping stock / having very expensive.
It's true. It's hard for these places to gear up. I mean, when you
Yes.
had such a downturn for so long,
Yes.
and now to get to the point where people don't just want to travel, they need to travel. They
Right.
will elbow other people. They're like, I missed out. I'm not missing out anymore. So it's challenging. But yeah, you're right. That's where
It
we're
is.
at.
Yep.
This is the old 0 to 100. It's just, it's so
True.
weird how fast things have.
It
gotten.
is.
It
Well, I mean,
is.
we're knocking on wood. I mean, we're not there yet, but we're at least we're optimistic. So
Yes.
People
all right,
are
last question
excited.
today. Betsy, one of my great guests over at the Magic for Less, has a question. Hey, BOGP crew, quick question about Magical Express. Can they accommodate a guest that is wheelchair bound and unable to transfer out of the chair? I just planned a short trip and my niece is wheelchair bound and want to make sure we are prepared for her and my sister to get to the airport without any issues. Also, fingers crossed for the upcoming trip. I'll be using all your tips and tricks for the beach club, including a cabana rental. Thanks for all the fun
There you
Disney
go.
talk, Betsy. And I'll say what, the cabana rentals right now are about like getting a rental car. So just hang tight. I hope you get one. We're working on it. But I'm telling you, man, it's one of those things. Like, it's like when you get boarding group 1 for Rise of Resistance, like it might kill you from a heart attack before you're just like, oh, I got it. You're so excited, like you wouldn't even get to enjoy it. That'd be my luck. So anyway, what about these kind of transfers, Pam? Obviously, I think they do have that.
They do. You're just going to want to call and explain exactly what you need. This is something that I'm not ever going to put on a form for someone. I want to talk to a person because I just want to explain specifically what you need, what the limitations are, and Disney will do their best to help you. So.
All righty. Well, that is going to do it for today's listener questions. If you have a question, send those to mike@beourguestpodcast.com. Put listener question in the heading, and we'll get to that for next week. We'll get to those right away. Don't forget, I'll be down at Walt Disney World starting tomorrow night with all kinds of cheerleaders. It's going to be crazy. So I'm trying to be getting away and like just doing my own thing. Like dude, 13-year-old cheerleading squads. It's just not good. It's just it's like, take it down a couple of notches, please. Bring it still down more. And but I'll be, exploring Disney Springs all around the parks. I'll be hopefully running through Saratoga Springs. I hope I see that bird that picks up the fish again. I am on a mission. I know that was a 1 in a million thing, but it could happen again this year. Last time I was at Summit, that's when it happened. So we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be covering all this on Instagram and Twitter @BeOurGuestMike. So follow there. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check them out. Really, it's a great way to get your trip planning started. It's a site that has a lot of tools and resources to look at, maps of the resorts, hotel rooms, reviews, layouts, all that stuff. And then while you're there, fill out the quote form. An agent will get back to you right away. Lickety split, we like to call it, and get you some numbers and availability. And then we can, it's like a big funnel, right? We get all that stuff. It's real general. Then we kind of work it down. Okay, let's look at a moderate. Okay, that's going to work out best for your family. Okay, now we could look at Caribbean Beach, Skyliner, Coronado, awesome rooms, pool. Then we just work it down. Okay, do you want park hopper? And then all of a sudden, boom, you have a pretty little vacation all set for you. No cost. Well, you got to pay for the vacation, but our service is no cost to you. We don't pay for your vacation, but other than that, everything's free. Promise you. So check them out today over at themagicforless.com. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the show. It means a lot. And I hope you enjoy Mike in the Midwest every Thursday. And you get that as well. So if you want more information on that, just visit patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Instagram and Twitter @beourguestpod, @beourguestmike, and subscribe to the show on Facebook and YouTube. You get a little ding every time we go live, like right now. All right, we're going to get out of here, and I am going to probably pull out the suitcases and get packing. It's about that time. I can't wait. All right, so we will be back again on Friday. We're playing Would You Rather with Walt Disney World situations that were offered up by the listeners of the show. So for Pam and Ricky, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Time to head back to work, and we'll see you real soon. Save that one. Save as episode 1891. Close enough. Edited. Thank you, Lisa. I thought your cat died. I didn't know you had a cat. Still. Mr.
Who?
Snape.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 3.
3.
So Meow Meow died. The one that they see on the screen, that's Opie, the big fat one.
What about Mr.
then
Snape?
Professor Snape
Professor
is
Snape.
yes, he's in the other room, probably laying on the bed.
I just like that name. That sounds so funny.
But Opie keeps
Diane.
throwing up. Opie's the one that keeps throwing up.
That's
So
so
I got to figure out what's wrong.
Oh, Diane saw JoJo bows. She does bows. She's like a millionaire making cheerleader bows. She saw her at Disney.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Yeah, our JV dance squad won nationals a couple days ago, and the varsity came in 3rd.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude, yeah, Joe knows. So Scott and I both got Regal Beagle shirts to wear in July.
That.
We're gonna go to Regal Eagle and wear
You two
Regal
are a
Eagle.
hot mess.
I can't wait. Oh,
You two are a hot mess.
we might wear them to play golf. I don't know.
That's funny.
We're staying
In the
at the
summer, yes, that's when you want to play mini golf. Is in the summer.
No, not mini golf. We're gonna play the Sunrise 9. We're gonna play for real golf. And you get a breakfast sandwich, 9 holes. We're at the clubs because my back's doing better.
Well, that's good.
So I can do that because Riley's not here. If I'd have done that, Riley would have gone nuts.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying. That's so funny.
All right, let me pop these up on. Man, it's hot down here. Did I tell you it's hot? God,
it's hot.
Didn't take long, man. And I had the screen door open, but then the dude busted out the Kubota tractor next door to cut his, postage stamp size yard.
Right.
Ah, dude, killing me. Okay, here we go. So this is for Friday. Gotta get down.
Stop.
Rebecca Black. Great.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to episode 1000.
What?
Because I'll be down. Because Rebecca Black got me.
Yeah, she did.
Rebecca Black. Welcome to episode 1893 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman, one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel, and currently, God willing, at Walt Disney World. Yes, this is what we all look forward to. This is why we all work so hard. I am ready to have some fun. I'll be over at Disney Springs. I have ADRs, Beer Garden, Paradiso 37, Olivia's, and one more that I can't think of right now. But we're going to have a good time down at Walt Disney World. Of course, tomorrow. It's go day. It's go time for the Platinum Athletics Frost Squad at the Summit Cheerleading Championships. We'll see what happens. So follow me on social media. We'll be at ESPN. We'll be at Disney Springs. We'll be at parks. We'll be at restaurants. We'll be at the Hilton Disney Springs. You can check that out. We're going to have a good time. So follow me along. We'll have a good time with this weekend on social media. So I can't wait to talk to you guys, but we have to talk Disney. That's what we do here on the show. We never miss an episode. We don't do that. So joining me today from Atlanta, Georgia, and the mouseforless.com, we have Ricky. Ricky, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And I hope that my weekend this weekend goes just as well as last weekend did, because Brian and I went mini golfing, and not only did I kick his butt, like I won handedly, but I got not 1, not 2, but 3 holes in 1. And I've never done that in my entire life. So I have hard enough time getting 1 hole in 1, but I got 3. So if I said I needed to buy a lottery ticket, man, like I was getting everything in. So I'm just saying, I hope my weekend goes as well as 3 holes in 1 last weekend.
So you gonna go on the tour, like the miniature golf tour?
I should. Yes, exactly.
Actually, I think back in the day, okay, like in the late 70s, early 80s, there was like I don't even know if it was professional, but I think it might have been like, because, there were official putt-putts, right? I mean, that was like a brand. It was like the orange and green logo. Yeah. My grandpa knew the person who owned the putt-putt in Hazelwood, where we live, Ricky. Do you remember putt-putt? You're probably too young. You probably never went there. Right? Up at Village Square. It was up at Village Square, up at 270.
No, I was definitely too young for that. Yeah.
Oh, it was the greatest place ever. Anyway, though, there was, like you would see on TV, there were professional tournaments for putt-putt.
That's awesome.
I got to look on YouTube now. I'm totally going.
So cool. That's so cool.
All right. Also joining us, and she's a 7 handicap in mini golf herself. We have Pam Forrester, co-owner of the Magic for Less. What's up, Pam?
I was just thinking to myself, like the par for each course is going to vary greatly, right? Because I've been at some putt, where the making the par or whatever. How do you say that? Making par is easy, and then other ones where it's like out of this world. So I mean, I don't know. That would be interesting, really and truly, to do the putt course. But yes, I like the ones at Disney. I like the Fantasia ones, and I like the Blizzard Beach ones too. Although the Fantasia ones are challenging.
Yeah.
I've never played the one that has the real holes, like the super. Like I don't need that kind of pain on vacation. Like that one just looks super hard. I like to play the fun ones, but I'm a Winter of Summerland guy. I like those better.
Yeah, I know. The one is really challenging, truly.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you got to remember, shooting for par in mini golf is for suckers. Like you got to go for the gusto. You got to go for a one every single time. Like, come on.
Well, you got to do hole in one the last hole every time, right? That's the winner.
See, ironically enough, the hole that was like the winner hole where you got a free game, I did not get the hole in one, but Brian did, so he got the free game, and I didn't. Yeah, exactly. So.
He's like, okay, Ricky, you got to go back to the hotel or back.
Yeah, because I'm gonna play through.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, you lost. Yeah.
And when you're playing mini golf, you don't quote Caddyshack at some point during it. Are you even playing mini golf? I'm just gonna say
it's true.
You have to do no.
The last hole too at Winter Summerland, where you got that 1986 like monitor. It's like a compact, like it's showing, like graphics from a Commodore 64. It's the best.
Yes, 64-bit.
No, it's 8-bit, if that. It's crazy. Okay, we got to jump in because we got a ton of feedback. This is all from the Discord. So if you are a patron, make sure you're on our Patreon Discord. That's where we have all these conversations. And we also have a Discord just for everybody that wants to jump in. Just go to beourguestpodcast.com, and right on the right-hand side, there's a link to the Discord. Come on over and join the conversation. But we have a ton. So we're not going to get into a ton of conversation on these because I want to try to hit them all. We're playing Would You Rather. So
we need a promo for that. Like, would you rather?
I like it.
That's our production quality because I'm well, not just want to get these shows done before I leave home. Okay, so Christy from the Patreon Discord, would you rather go once a year for a 3 or 4 day trip, or once every few years for a fortnight for 2 weeks? So again, once a year for a 3 to 4 day trip, or once every few years for 2 weeks. Pam.
None of the above.
You gotta flip. That's how this game works. Nope.
I'm going once a year.
Once a year for 3 to 4 days.
I need to get a fix.
Yes.
Ricky, what about you?
Once a year. Yeah, definitely. 3 to 4 days, that's fine. Just I need to get the fix.
Yeah, same. I'm the same way. I don't think I could stay away that long. I mean,
I'm sneaking down in between.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking down.
I've already broken the rules. We're one question in.
Right? Exactly.
Chrissy had a second question. Would you rather have unlimited snacks for your entire trip, or one free table service meal every day of your trip? Ricky.
Oh, unlimited snacks.
And I want you to play along with us. We're rapid fire. So if you're in the car, if you're on a run, you got to be ready because we're rolling.
I think I'm going to go with the table service. Yeah. I think I'll go with the table service because I can get dessert. I can get dessert at the table service meal. So table service. Yes.
Dude, anytime anybody says unlimited snacks, sign me up. I'm the snack person. I'm going unlimited snacks. Pam, what about you? Tiebreaker.
I'm going the table service for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Really? There's something about relaxing on vacation, I think.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Okay. All right. I thought for sure snacks would sweep the day, but apparently
no, you were wrong.
Good snacks. There's so many
I picture snacks.
I guess, but I mean unlimited snacks, man. Those two words together with Walt Disney World is like
that's funny.
I'm like having heart emojis coming out of my eyeballs right now. Okay. Adam's got one. Would you rather stay 3 days at a monorail resort or 7 days at an all-star? God, these are rough. Okay.
These are
I'm
tough,
going first
man.
These are rough.
dude, because you get over twice as long if you stay at because this is a real world situation, right? Because it's about what it would
Yes.
be. I'm going 7 nights at an all-star because they've redone the rooms and I kind of want to check those out. I'm curious about it. And yeah, this one I'm going quantity over quality. Pam, I think I know where you're going, but what do you say?
Golly. Does this have to be my one trip a year?
This is all cumulative. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna go with the monorail. I really do. I don't have a good explanation for it. That's just what I'm going with. That's what my gut tells me.
Because it's definitely one of the best experiences in the world, being at the Poly
Agreed.
or the Contemporary. You can't beat it. But I mean, it's going to go quick. It's 72 hours. Like I know I'm so like, when it comes to my Disney trips, I'm like, so not negative, but like, God, I quantify everything. Like, it's like, I didn't even say 3 days. This is 72 hours. That's horrible because then I'm like, okay, so I probably sleep 6 a night at least.
So it's 3 nights. So that's 4 days.
4 days. Yeah. Okay. So 90 something hours. Rough. Okay, Ricky, tiebreaker. What do you got?
I am going 7 at All Stars because that's way more days of Disney fun. So I'm going 7. Yes.
And in the chat, nobody took the unlimited snacks either. You people.
Ah, yes.
You took the table service. And All Stars is winning the day, hands down, except for Tammy Orr, who's going on the monorail and staying with me.
Tammy's going to be with me at the monorail.
There you go.
We're going to be in those redone Polynesian rooms, Tammy.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome.
I like it.
You're welcome. That's what it's going to say in the bathroom. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, here we go. We have another one from the Patreon Discord. Would you rather have a free VIP tour for 1 day or a free 2-night stay at any deluxe resort? So you get to stay 2 nights for free at a deluxe, or you get a free VIP tour. This one's Pam's first. What do you say?
I'm doing the deluxe resort because I just feel like at this point in my life, I'm sort of my own VIP tour guide. So I think I qualify, right?
Right.
That's true. That's true. You are qualified, but I mean, you got to have the official stick and you got to have the plaid. So
yeah, it's true.
The gold.
I'll bring a skirt. We'll make
it
work.
So, Ricky, what about you? What are you picking?
I'm taking the 2-night stay.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely taking the 2-night stay. Yeah. That's actually really easy. I mean, the only way like I would pick the VIP tour is like if again I could get to see things that I wouldn't normally get to see. So I mean, yeah, I still think I'd take the 2 nights. If it's just a regular VIP tour where they get me on the attractions faster, I'll take the 2 nights.
So I'm taking the VIP tour because there's a couple of reasons. One, you get a ton done, right? I mean, it's just, and Joe said it well in the chat. He said he would never do it on his own. I'm kind of in that boat, right? If I got the opportunity, I would 100% jump on this. But also, this sounds so like terrible. But like when you're on a VIP tour, it'd be kind of fun for like to look around and we'd be like, who's that guy? Like, is that like, is he like,
is that John Stamos? Oh no.
Is he like an Olympic cyclist? Is he like a AAA catcher that's well past his prime? Is he some up and coming YouTube guy because he's so old that he's unique on YouTube and he stands out?
The YouTube.
The tube face.
The face.
I would want to eavesdrop to see what the guesses are. And like, no, he's just some schmo that got lucky because somebody on his podcast like gave him a would you rather and he picked the VIP tour. That'd be awesome. Okay, Bob has a question. One of our great listeners. Would you rather have free snacks every day or 2 fast passes? So again, snacks win the day with me. Ricky, what about you?
On this one, snacks win the day for me. Yeah, I definitely think the snacks overtake the fast passes.
Pam?
Yeah, I'm the same. It's a sweep. I think that we all go so often that
Yeah.
what ride have we not ridden many,
Right.
many, many times
Right.
over? So.
Exactly.
And snacks are just, I mean, our chat is blowing up with snacks. We all like snacks.
Apparently we like to eat.
We love snacks.
Yes.
Okay, here he's got another one. I like this one. This is a really good one. It's tough. Would you rather walk and chat with an Imagineer in the parks for an hour or get 3 free hours in a park after hours in a small group?
I saw this one come in and I was like, oh, this one's hard.
Man. Okay, so I'm going to give this one to Pam first. So
Oh,
3 hours,
sad.
small group, after hours in a park, or 1 hour, you and an Imagineer just kind of, you get to pick their brain as you're walking through a park.
I'm going to go with the Imagineer. I think that there's just so much knowledge and experience, and I'd like to hear the reasoning behind some things and just to be able to chat. I feel like you can really learn so much from other people, so that's why I'm going with the Imagineer.
I'm doing that too. For same reason. Like it's such a unique opportunity to get to talk to somebody that made the magic and get to hear their stories, where it'd be great to be in a park for 3 hours after hours, but you can kind of simulate that in other ways. But I mean, Imagineers are few and far between. Ricky, same?
I am 100% with you guys on the Imagineer. Like Pam said, just getting to pick their brain and learning, why they chose to do things the way that they did them in the parks, and learning the hidden things that maybe mean something to that Imagineer that maybe we don't know. Those are the kinds of things that I find to be very, very interesting. So I would absolutely choose the hour with the Imagineer.
Here's a good one. Bill has a question, or a would you rather from the Discord over on Patreon. Would you rather the Skyliner extend to Animal Kingdom or Disney Springs?
Ooh.
That's a good one, because I bet you Disney has had this conversation 1,000 times. I mean, who knows? Like, I like to think that Disney's had this conversation 1,000 times. Maybe they've had it twice. Maybe that's too many. I don't know. Ricky, where would you rather that Skyliner go next?
I think, honestly, I would rather see it go to Animal Kingdom first, because it's so difficult to get to Animal Kingdom. There's really only one way to do that. And I think that having another form of transportation to get to the park is a much better idea. So I would absolutely choose Animal Kingdom. Yeah, hands down. I think that's easy.
Here's the thing. I think Disney would already have it going to Disney Springs if they could figure out a way to do it one way.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They want people going
back.
there. They want to pump everybody into Disney Springs. Go buy stuff, go eat stuff, go have a good time. They don't want people parking there and jumping a bucket to get to a theme park or another resort to get inside the bubble, right? That's problematic for them. But if I had to pick between those two, I would say Disney Springs. I would rather go there because because I mean, Animal Kingdom, I might go to like for one day of a week's trip. I'm just not a big Animal Kingdom park guy. I have a good time when I'm there. It's fine. But I would say, like, if it was easier, say I was staying at Pop Century or Caribbean Beach, right? And there was a Skyliner to Disney Springs, I would be likely to go there probably 3 or 4 different nights of my trip just to hang out and eat. I'd see it as a big food court with a lot of fancy restaurants.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Pam. What would you? I mean, this is a really good question. I don't know.
I would say Disney Springs too. I think that I would. I think that parking can be challenging there, and to eliminate that would be really good. And I think it would also encourage Disney to maybe expand Disney Springs at some point, which I think they could really do. I think it really supports that at this point, that there's lots of great restaurants and shopping, but we could always use a little more. And I just think, that it's a fun place to go in the evening in particular. So
it is. It's the chat on this one's like split right down the middle.
It is.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. This one's from Caroline H. Would you rather have 5 anytime fast passes added per day or be upgraded to a deluxe resort? So you're staying moderator value. All of a sudden they say, here, we screwed up. Hey. That they don't screw up, but sometimes they overbook hotels. Like, for example, just yesterday, Disney called me and said, do you think your guests would mind if we upgraded them to a Finding Nemo suite? They're at All-Star Movies right now in a regular room. I was like, well, let's do it. I mean, I checked. And I'm like, yes. I mean,
Yes.
please.
Yes, they would be fine with that.
Yeah, stuff like that does happen.
They'll make the sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, they're going to be swimming in that room. Finding Nemo. Get it?
Hey, that joke.
I'll be here all week. No, I won't.
Yep.
I'm at Walt Disney
Nope.
World. Let's see. So 5 anytime fast passes per day, or you get a deluxe resort. I think because you've kind of hinted at this already, Pam. Where are you going?
I am going to the deluxe resort again. Yes, for sure I am. It's just, I mean, that's an upgrade for sure.
But it would change your trip, right? Because if you all of a sudden got dropped into a deluxe, all of a sudden you're probably not using as much theme park time.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It can change the trip. That's the beauty of it. Each trip can be different, and we are nothing but flexible when it comes to trips. I try not to have a picture in my mind as to what is going to happen, and just let it happen. So I'm okay with that there.
What about you, Ricky?
I think I would go with the deluxe as well. Because like we said, we've seen how it's okay without fast pass in the parks. So I think I'd rather have the deluxe resort stay than the fast passes. Yeah.
So here's another one. Yeah, I would for me on that one, I'd take the deluxe stay. This one's a tough one too, because I could see Disney offering either one of these as like a promotion.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not saying it will be. I'm just saying like this would, to me, as I see this, these could be 2 carrots Disney could dangle like as far as a promotion at some point. Would you rather get free water park passes or free memory maker?
Oh,
God, it's a tough one. Ricky, where would you go with that? Because they're probably similar value. I mean, they're in the ballpark.
yeah. I honestly, I think I'm gonna go with the memory maker. Just having the ability to have those vacation memories, via Disney Photo Pass. And like we've said on other shows, they've done some fantastic jobs lately doing some very unique PhotoPass photos that have become some of my favorite pictures that I have. So I think I would choose the memory maker, and that is a tough one, and I can absolutely see Disney doing this.
Yeah,
as
Disney.
an option.
Again, thank you, Disney. If the next promo comes out, it's gonna be like it'll be like new promo launching memories or water. And like,
right? Wait, we did this. Yeah. But that's a really, I don't think there's a wrong answer for this. It's just a personal preference answer for this, I think. Because I think both are really good choices, depending on what kind of vacation you have.
That's for promotion, right? I mean, because they're probably underutilizing the water park and memory maker. Doesn't cost them anything.
Exactly.
You could make a great commercial for either one of these. And here, I'm taking the water parks. But I'm skewed, right? I have an annual pass and memory makers included. But if I had to buy it, I would buy it. But here's the thing. It's kind of like what Joe said earlier. I would take the water parks because I haven't been to a water park.
Oh, it's true.
Memory has been alive since the days of the Ultimate Park Hopper because I'm too tight to buy a ticket.
I agree with that. Yes.
If it was given to me, I'd have the best day at Blizzard Beach right now. Like if I had, this trip I'm on right now, if I could have a day at Blizzard Beach, I would have a blast.
Yeah.
But if it was free, it'd be even better.
It's true.
Just saying, man, what about you? That's a tough call.
It really is. And I definitely see the argument for both of them. If I was going in the summer, I would definitely pick the water park because I think it's a great way to spend a day of your vacation, especially when it's warm. But for most of the year, I think I would probably pick the memory maker. I think it is such a valuable option to add to your vacation. It's 100% worth it every time. So.
Yeah, shout out to listener Hugh who added a memory maker today to his package coming up, and he said it was because of the conversation we had on the show.
Nice, there you go.
It's not wrong. You guys, he's right. He said, looking back in 10 years, would it have been worth $169 if I could go back and take my kids and get those memories back, and go to a photographer that knows what they're doing with good equipment? I was like, hey, don't have to tell me. I'm with you. That's exactly right. You can't go back.
No.
Okay. Here's another one. God, you guys are killing it in the Discord here. Would you rather have free festival food for a day or free table service meals for an entire day?
Oh.
Again, I'm taking this one. I'm going festivals because it's unique. And I think I get more bang for my buck. Like there's some people I can't hang with. I could probably hit 10 festival booths before I was done, where probably 2 table service meals. I get more variety. So I'm going festival food. Pam, what about you?
So I think I might get festival food, and I'll explain my reasoning here. After a couple of booths, where like you get full. I mean, you know what I mean? So then we don't do it for a while, or you're skipping booths and things like this. If somebody else is paying for it, I'm going to like cut what I want to try and pass it on to someone else.
Absolutely.
Right?
I'm bringing my pasta.
Yes.
I'm bringing my
That's what I'm
pasta.
saying.
Okay, here.
But yes,
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that.
I agree. I'm going festival food too. And it's the same idea. Like I can try different things that maybe I wouldn't have tried. You're right. And if I don't before, like if I didn't like it, I would be like, oh, that's disappointing. I spent all that money on this. But this way, if I don't like it, like it's not that big of a deal. I just get to
That's right.
So
we're high rolling at the festival booth. We're getting all the drinks, and all the food.
I'm with it, like
or otherwise known as the Chef Todd plan.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it's true.
So I'm going festivals. So that's a good choice, though.
Okay, this is getting out of control because now Joe's throwing stuff into the chat and he's not answering. He's giving Would You Rathers in here when I have a stack of them in the Discord. We're gonna have to do another show like this. But anyway, Joe's asking, would you rather bring back 20,000 Leagues or the Magic Kingdom Skyway? And I will say this: I remember when I was a kid, I did ride the subs at Magic Kingdom because I had a VHS tape of that. But here's the thing: looking back on that, where I am now, I'm pretty sure I'd be too claustrophobic to get in that sucker at this point. I do not think I could do it. Skyway. I don't think it just seems like it would be really tight. I mean, was it as tight as I'm thinking, Pam? What would you do? I mean,
it is super tight, and they still have them at Disneyland too.
Do.
So you can do the
and I've done it.
It is, yeah, I have too a few times. It is tight, but you don't feel it when you're down there. And I think part of that is because you have a window right in front of you and you're sort of looking out the window. And no, you do fine. And if you get freaked out, all you have to remember is there's someone at the back of the boat that's actually up and out of the water.
Hey, don't ruin the illusion. And plus, I would just wear my Captain Stubing hat and it would all.
There you go. Yeah.
So I would honestly take 20,000 Leagues, and I think it was because as a kid, I actually found the Skyway to be more terrifying. I really and truly, I did. I can remember being afraid of those. So it was a cool thing to sort of see them over top of the Magic Kingdom, but I really like what they've done with the area. We get the tangled bathrooms, because of that. So anyways, I would go with 20,000 Leagues.
What about you, Ricky? So you got to break the tie.
I know. I'm going 20,000 Leagues too. Since we do have the skyliner, that is a very close second to the Skyway.
It's a better experience.
Yes,
exactly. What's the difference between living in 1970 and living in
yes,
exactly. That's a perfect example. It's like back in the day. You would ride in the back of a pickup truck, which was basically kind of what the Skyway was. Or now you're in like air conditioning. It's not air conditioning, but they make sure there's a
DVD.
They got Band-Aids in there in case you get a boo-boo.
Exactly. Yeah, 20,000 Leagues though. I like Pam said, I've done it in Disneyland with the Finding Nemo subs, and it was a really cool experience. Yes, I also get claustrophobic, but I didn't really get claustrophobic in here just because I get claustrophobic in really tight spaces. Like if I can move a little bit, I'm okay. So this I could move around, I didn't feel super enclosed. So I'm going with 20,000 Leagues. Yeah.
Bottom line is, I don't know what a league is, but I don't want to be 20,000 of those under anything. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. Dennis has a question. My good friend out of Texas, big Blues fan, LGB. Let's go Blues. Before your trip starts, would you rather Disney give you a guaranteed boarding time to Star Wars Rise of the Resistance or a walk-on fast pass to any other 3 attractions? So you can guarantee your boarding group for Rise, or you get 3, you just walk right on attractions during your trip. I'm going for, I would take the Rise thing because that just takes the stress level down 8 notches. I mean, I know Disney's got to do what they do, but it still gives you 17 gray hairs. I mean, to ride Rise, it's worth it, but I would take Rise. Ricky, what about you?
I'm going Rise, baby. You know I don't want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to make my make my reservation. I mean, I've done it, and then I've gone back to sleep. But I don't want to do that. Give me my Rise boarding pass. I'm fine. Again, I will wait in line the rest of the day for anything else. I want the Rise boarding pass, and just to know that I'm going to be doing it, and not have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So Rise.
Okay, we got 2 Rises. What about you, Pam?
I'm doing Rise as well. I just I just feel like it's the newest attraction that I haven't ridden enough of.
Yes.
And that's how, you know what I mean? Some of these other ones I've ridden so many times and still enjoy them every time. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about Rise that I still really enjoy each time I do it.
Agreed.
All right. My buddy, Craig Franklin, fellow lizard. Would you rather stay in Cinderella Castle for one night or unlimited tours for a week?
Ooh.
Pam.
I'm going to Cinderella's Castle for one night. For me, it is such a unique experience. I've been in it a few times, and it is simply gorgeous. But to be able to stay in it, I think would be incredible. And just by virtue of there only being one in the world, it's a unique experience. Even if they had someone different in there 365 days a year, it's still not something that very many people are going to be able to experience. So
same. Yeah, I'm Cinderella Castle just because the rest of your life, every time, it's like when you go to Walt Disney World, but I mean, this would be like the ultimate flex, right?
Yep.
Anytime you watch a Disney movie, you could just be like, yeah, I stayed there.
I've been there.
Yeah, right.
I've slept in the bed in there.
Yeah. That was my crib.
Yes.
June 2021. Yeah, that was my crib.
Yes. I'm with you guys too, by the way.
I left a note underneath the nightstand.
Yes,
it's still
exactly.
there.
It's still there. 100%. Yeah. I carved my initials under the. Yeah.
Oh, Ricky.
And that's why people
will not be asked back.
Exactly. I will be banned from the Cinderella Castle suite. No, I'm definitely the suite because again, like you said, it's an experience that is just a once in a lifetime thing. I haven't been up there. Way to flex that, Pam, that you have.
that was a flex one.
It was totally a flex. Oh, I've been up there before. Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay.
Not weird. But I like just knowing that I got to stay in Cinderella Castle. That's the ultimate right there.
How about this one? It popped in the live chat. Now they're coming in. Kitchen Cabaret or Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. 2 totally like not even close to being the same experience. You get to bring back fireworks with I'll tell you what, I didn't get the whole Jingle Bell Jingle Bam like story. I mean, I kind of
bam.
Yeah, Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. But here's the thing. That was a very visually awesome show at the studios. Those lasers and the red and green all over the place. I love that show. Never seen Kitchen Cabaret though. So you know what? I'm going veggie, fruit. I'm bringing.
That's not Kitchen Cabaret.
It's not. No. See, I'm using my Disney card.
Wait. Oh yeah, that is Kitchen Cabaret. Food
Rocks. I was going to say yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm getting them both confused. Food Rocks. I want Food Wrapper. I want.
Yeah, wasn't Tone Loc Food Rocks the Food Wrapper?
That's the Food Rocks.
Yes.
Yeah. Veggie, fruit was Kitchen Cabaret, which is where I'm going because I remember doing that as a kid. Actually, that's one of the. That's one of the memories that I have from childhood and at Disney, which of course I don't have a lot because I was terrified of Disney World, but Kitchen Cabaret and veggie fruit was something that just made me happy and kept me calm for some reason. So I am going Kitchen Cabaret. 100%. Yeah.
What about you, Pam?
I'm going there too. And I will say I have been cleaning out some boxes, of memorabilia that you had. And I found I had bought back in the 80s for my awesome jean jacket, a patch that was from the Kitchen Cabaret. It has the broccoli guy on it. I also have one that has Figment on it. I know, right? So I gotta find something awesome to do with this. But yeah, just really enjoyed the whole Kitchen Cabaret thing. It was just sort of awesome.
I don't think you go wrong with Food Rocks though. I'm just saying. I have a thing about Food Rocks too.
Look, never the wrong answer.
Yeah, no, I got the wrong answer there. Yeah.
Okay, 2 more. We got 2 more for the show here. All right, here we go. Josh from the non-Patreon Discord. So just you can join. Anybody can join that one. Again, beourguestpodcast.com. There's a link right there. If you have one morning available, would you rather? Now this is a 4-parter. Rope drop Epcot, go to Soarin'. Animal Kingdom for Flight of Passage. Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarves, or Hollywood Studios for Slinky Dog.
Ooh.
Hang on. Ricky, where are you going?
Oh, that's tough. I think yeah, I know. Like I wasn't expecting you to go to me first. I think I would
Well, see,
I
one's out for me because I'm not a Flight of Passage fan. So
See,
I
I think I would go Flight of Passage, but that's because I think it's overrated, and I don't think that waiting in line for it as long as people do is something that you should do. So I think I would choose Flight of Passage just so I didn't have to wait in the long line for it. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going.
Slinkity dinkity dog for me. I just like that's a fun ride first thing in the morning. Get your juices going.
That's true.
How
Yeah.
about you, Pam?
That's where I was thinking too. I just, after I've ridden Slinky Dog quite a few times, but I like it every time. Every time I do it, it's just fun. It's just fun.
By the time you get off that attraction, you've done it wrong. I'm just saying. It's just
right?
worthy. Yes.
It is.
All right, here's one from Robbie J. My wife and I have this would you rather every trip, he says.
Oh.
At Epcot/Italy, would you rather eat at Tutto Italia or Via Napoli? We always go to Tutto Gusto for their charcuterie board. Ding the bell, Mike.
There you go. Yes.
There you go. But I think you just put that in there so I didn't ring the bell. But he says dinner's always the tough call. This is always the fight I have with my wife. Like on Saturday night, like where are we going to dinner? And it takes forever to figure it out. Like I'm like, I don't care. I don't care either. Okay, well, somebody's got to care so we can get something to eat because I'm hungry.
I just don't care. That's my thing. I'm just like, you choose. And then if I don't like his choice, then I'll be like,
that's it. If I pick you, like, I don't want pizza. I'm like,
usually I go with it though. Usually I go with it. I mean, it's got to be something just really like I'm really not in the mood for that for me to say no. I don't want that.
See, I always throw out like a Mexican restaurant because we have it on Friday night. On Saturday night, she just says I don't care. I'll be like, okay, let's go up to El Rancho Nuevo. We can't. We just had it last. Okay, you pick then. Anyway, back to the question. You're going to Tutto Italia or Via Napoli, Pam?
I'm actually going to go to Via Napoli. I really enjoy that pizza. It reminds me so much of our time in Italy. It just does. And it's just the style of pizza and the servers. So many of them came from Italy. It'll be interesting to see if we get all those folks back at some point in time, but just have really had a great time there. And I enjoy that. They have a couple really good drinks there too that I really like. So,
you know, I went to, well, not Tutto Italia, but it was called, was Alfredo's, I think back then.
Yeah, it was Alfredo's back in the day. Yeah.
Pam and I went for our very first anniversary dinner.
Yes, you did.
Pregnant with Mallory.
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
but I would still pick Via Napoli because I like pizza better. All right. What about you, Ricky?
You know, I have not done Tutto Italia.
It's like a pasta house.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's partially why I haven't done it. So while I do prefer Via Napoli because I haven't done Tutto Italia, I think I'm going to choose Tutto Italia. But that's only because I haven't done it yet, and I would like to knock that one off my list. So
that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one more that I got to throw in here as a bonus because everybody was talking about it in the chat, and it is a tough one. So it was who put it in here. I'm trying to find it. I'll try to find who put it in here, but I read it because I've been thinking about it ever since. So you get to bring back. Which would you pick to bring back? Would you bring back Osborne's Spectacle of Dancing Lights or any other retired attraction? So it's like Osborne Lights against the field.
Oh,
which would you bring back? I'm bringing back the Osborne Lights. They were that good. Like every Christmas, man, I miss them like worse than the year before. They were, and because the thing is, like, here's the what we're living in nowadays. You get all those, you know, Facebook 7 years ago, you know, Time Hop 9 years ago today. You were in like at Christmas. I'm like, they always hit me with. It's a bunch of us, right? It's like Steingolds and the Gardeners and the, you know, Jocelyn and her crew and whoever it was that year that we're down there with, because it was always during race weekend for Wine and Dine. And like, you just see all these people having a good time with all these lights, you know, Peace on Earth and the globe. Oh, dude, I got a picture came up the other day. I don't know why it came up in like the spring, but it was Mallory under. We found remember that last year they had the lightsabers where Galaxy's Edge was going to be, and like you had to find the lightsabers in the house.
Yeah.
And that picture came up. Yeah, I'm going Osborne Lights against the field. What about you, Pam?
Gosh, I love the Osborne Lights too. It really just brings back so many memories for me. And I loved when they started doing the snow there. I think that just added another level of coolness to it. And that they gave glasses at certain times that had different, I mean, I swear I spent more time, I think, at Osborne Lights just like being there. Like it was one of the things.
It was chill. You didn't have anything.
Yes.
You just took it. You just like soaked it in. Oh, so good.
I know. And you just stood there and looked up, right? At everything. It was just so hard to take it in that I love that time of year anyways. And Osborne Lights was really just sort of like the cherry on top. So I'm going Osborne Lights.
Ricky, you have the option to bring back any attraction, anything, or the Osborne Lights.
As much as I love the Osborne Lights, and they are simply stunning. I mean, just gorgeous, and to experience just lights that surround you, and the music, and it being Christmas, and all that. Trust me, there is something super magical about that. But I am going to bring back an attraction, and I am going to bring back. Now, I would like to see it updated, of course, because if we're wishing for stuff, I would like to see it set up for 21.
Yeah, Alien Encounter. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, not Alien Encounter. That ride scared the bejesus out of me. I was very glad that I was wearing a Britney Spears wig at the time, because then I didn't feel everything, which was super handy. So
again,
you've cited it again. Yeah. I am bringing back, Journey into Imagination with Figment, like the original.
The lights. Are you kidding me? No,
yeah. I mean, I have such a love for that attraction. I mean, you don't even understand like that. Again, how I was talking about, I was afraid of everything at Disney. Well, I could do that attraction. Like that was one of the attractions that I could handle. So, I absolutely have just this huge love for Figment. And so I would 100% bring that back. But again, I would bring it back updated so that it would be like perfect for now, in the sense of like, I would still tell the same story, but use effects that we could use now to make it, to tell the same story. So like, I wouldn't change the story of the attraction. I would just use effects that we could use now. So.
Interesting. So I gotta address this, because Corin of Amber, he's nothing but practical in our YouTube channel. He says lights are seasonal. You bring back an attraction, it's year round. So practical.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll give him that. True. Here's the other thing that's kind of bothering me. And Tammy was the person Tammy Orr gave us that idea. So thank you, Tammy. We appreciate that. And she says she misses them so much. I'm right with you, Tammy. But here, and I love these people. Like Craig is my buddy. He says he'd bring back Lights Motor Action. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you trolling me? I think. And then on top of that, then Frankie comes into the chat here on Facebook. He's going to bring back Under New Management. Now, are you seriously trolling me right now? Because I mean, is that your? And if it is, I'm okay. I apologize. Like it's fine. Everybody's got. I love the Astro Orbiter. A lot of people hate it, but really over the Osborne Lights,
they're trolling. I hope.
You think? I hope. Maybe get your thing. It's okay. We all have a thing.
We all have a thing that we're.
If you have a thing for Yago, it's okay.
Exactly. I mean, that's fine. You can have a thing for Yago.
You liked being able to pick up the red feathers under where he popped out of, because he was always losing a red feather. So,
I mean, Joe knows me best. He says that I'm bringing back Food Rocks, which apparently I am. So
let's do it.
Exactly.
All right, that's
I'm gonna have to go find that attraction.
Oh gosh, so bad, but I feel so good.
Yes,
Frankie does love Under New Management. Good for you. I like that. That's awesome.
What? Stick with it.
I like it.
Yes.
That's good. Yes.
Frankie, please. We're not I'm just saying, because like people like, you like Astro Orbiter. I'm like, yes, it's kind of space, and it's high up. It's got good views. Like it's painful. It makes me sick. It's my thing. Back off.
Like with the land. I mean, exactly. I ride that so often, and every time as I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, This is awesome.
The land is probably the best attraction in Walt Disney World. I mean, that's okay because that is the best attraction.
Agreed.
Okay, if people actually, I think there's a whole group of people who are like, no, that is not the best attraction.
Look, I mean, I love Country Bear Jamboree. I know it's
I
super
like that one
dated
too.
now, and a lot of people do not enjoy the attraction. And again, I have history with it, but like Country Bear Jamboree is fantastic, and the jokes in there are very funny. If you actually-
Blood on the Saddle is the best song ever.
I mean,
Hello.
the way Big Al laughs at the end of that is hysterical because he's just like maniacally laughing at that. I mean, it's awesome. So
Kids into that thing right now, this is gonna freak them out. Like, Mom, let me go. Dad, I
know, right?
Yeah,
yes. I love Frankie though. Frankie, I like that you're unpopular opinion.
Dude, Frankie's he's got what they say, like that's his hill he's gonna die on. Like
I love it. Let's go, Frankie. That's awesome.
I mean, hey, I spent 2.5 hours like trying to get a 5-second. I tried to make a ringtone out of the land, that little flute that goes at the beginning. I spent Pam's like, give up. Like, you can't figure it out. 2.5 hours. And then I sent it because I couldn't figure out how to get on my phone. So I sent it to Scott. He put it on his.
That's fantastic.
I kept the mid plays the
by the way, going back to Frankie's under new management, when me and my brother were kids and my mom and dad took us to Disney back, it had to have been 2000. My mom and we all walked past under new management, and my mom actually thought that the attraction was closed because it said under new management. So she's like, "Oh, the tiki room's closed."
It's they're having a clearance sale.
Exactly. She didn't realize that meant like it was an actual attraction. She thought it was totally.
I mean, 75% of it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta get out of here before we offend anybody else.
I know. Sorry, Frankie.
We love your attraction. Seriously, it's fine. It's totally fine. All right, we are out of here. Don't forget today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check out all the great free services they offer you over at themagicforless.com. Even if you're just kind of missing Walt Disney World, just click through, look at the resort guides, check out all these specials that are out there. Fill out a quote form. We'll get some dates, we'll check the availability, the pricing, and get back to you. And we can go from there. Of course, never any obligation, but it's a great way to kind of think about what might be coming up for. It's a great time to travel right now, but into 2021, moving into 2022. So check them out today over at themagicforless.com. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And again, thank you to our patrons. You guys provided most of these Would You Rathers from the Patreon Discord. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting everything we do. And if you'd like to get in on that as well, please visit patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Again, I'm down at Walt Disney World right now. You can follow me at BeOurGuestMike on Twitter and Instagram for lots of updates as we go. And of course, Be Our Guest Pod as well on those two platforms, and subscribe to the show on Facebook and YouTube. Reminder, no live call-in show. No you, me, and Scotty G this Sunday night, because again, I'm down at Walt Disney World. So be with your family. Listen to a podcast. I mean, hey, that's great, but we'll be back together again when I get home. So until I see you again, I'm at Walt Disney World. So for Pam and Ricky, I'm Mike, wishing you a great weekend. Whatever you do, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Platinum Athletics. And we'll see you real soon. That was fun. We got a lot in that time. That was a good time. Those were good.
That's awesome.
I do like that. That's fun.
Those
are tough ones though too. Those are right down the middles.
There are some hard ones.
I can't think of good ones like that. That's my problem. I like doing those shows, but I'm terrible at coming up with situations.
Hey, that's why we ask the smart people.
Crowdsource.
Yeah, we ask the smart people. Go with their choices.
We love you, Frankie. Seriously, I love that. That's awesome.
I know.
I think it's awesome. It
awesome.
shows that there really is like someone who likes one attraction the best. I like that.
And again, with Craig, I mean, him and his love for Lights, Motors, Action.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean, if again, that attraction didn't do it for me, and also Brian fell asleep in the middle of that one. But
oh my goodness!
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm glad that you like it, because I don't know a lot of people who did. So
Sunday night reruns.
There you go.
Tune into old shows. All right, I got to duck out and get these edited and get
all right.
Back
See ya.
I'll see you guys. Well, yeah, I'll text you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right, sounds good.
All right.